Sessuma Amna. She's also called Setna, among other things. She is the concept for Inuit of sustainable development. She's the keeper of the sea beasts. She's the keeper of all animals that Inuit were making a living of. If the human beings, the Inuit, making not good use of the resources, she can punish the Inuit. She's living in the bottom of the sea. The shaman would go down to the bottom of the sea and calm her down and ask her what the human beings have done wrong. So he was communicating or a mediator between her and the Inuit. So that's a story behind the Sessuma Amna. My name is Lene Kielsen Holm. I'm from Greenland. I'm Inuit, Inuk. Originally, I'm from South Greenland, a place called Qaqortoq. But I've been living here in Inuk for the last 25 years. I've been living from working with the Inuit Circumpolar Council. But before that, I'm educated within I have an academic education from the University of Greenland, where I was studying culture and history of Inuit. Sea ice is not only to Greenlanders, but to Inuit. Sea ice has a very deep meaning. Above the polar circle, you will see dog sleds today. The hunters and fishermen are making a living from the sea ice by using the dog sledges on the sea ice. This is why it's so important, because otherwise you couldn't go anywhere in wintertime. You couldn't go anywhere to fish or hunt if you didn't have a way of traveling. When you are talking about the sea ice, what you hear everywhere is that the sea ice is developing later in the autumn, and it is breaking up earlier in the spring. Not only is it acting like that, the sea ice is also becoming thinner. The hunters were showing us what routes they used to navigate on, that in the later years or within the last 10 years, they are changing their routes. Not only on sea ice, but also on top of the ice caps that they used to travel on. People are very attached to where they live, and we perceive the world in the way that we are taught. The knowledge that are handed down to you from your ancestors are very important and of very big value. And the day you can see that this knowledge, you will no longer be able to use it. That makes, I can imagine that the people will get very touched by that. If you or I in one day or in a year loses our educational skills, that we are not anymore able to use the skills that we learned at university or other educational institutions. This is how I understand that it is of great importance for them. I wouldn't say that I would go there to help them. I don't like the word help, because I'm Inuit myself, and of course Inuit are maybe one people that are the most, how can you call it, researched upon. They know themselves what they want. They know themselves that changes are happening, and they know that they will also have to adapt to the changes. The hunters from Alaska, from Canada and Qaanaaq, they were able to talk about the sea ice together and talk about the changes and ask the right questions and have the more answers to the questions than we have. I know people knows that they will have to adapt, but they want to make it in their own ways of means. Yeah. At the same time, I'm also a little bit scared. Our hunting culture is stressed to the edge. So it's not only climate change who are stressing our way of living, it's also the animal rights organizations and other organizations. I think that, like I said before, there has been a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation about our culture. We are trying to bring the correct picture out to the world, not only to the outside world, but also within our own society. When the sea ice is gone, of course, our knowledge about it would have gone with the melting.